What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dan in the building. We're here again, man. Dallas Mavericks, man, they fall 116 to 118, man. And another loss, man. We are now 11th in the West. And we're falling slowly out of the picture. And we're here to talk about it, man. Here's my co-host. Can't hear you, man. You're muted.
Sorry about that. What's going on, fam? This is your boy John. Go ahead and grab yourself something to drink. Sit back, relax, and let it be known. What's going on, man?
Man, it's just, man, I don't know. As a Mavs fan, we're trying to move on or trying to be optimistic, and it's just really nothing right now to grab hold to. There's nothing to be optimistic about. A big win would a long way tonight, but couldn't do that, man. And Gafford goes out hurt. I don't know exactly what's wrong with him, but he didn't return. So I imagine it's going to be something that's going to cost him quite a few games. And we don't have a big man because AD's hurt. His tummy hurt. So he going to be sitting out. So we don't have a center. So we're basically finna get waxed. Thank you, Nico. We getting to the point to where it's gonna have to be all minds gonna have to come to a conclusion that it's time to tank. And it's getting there. It's getting to that point of the season where it's like we're 11 in the West. Everybody's hurt. AD's hurt. Gafford just got hurt. Lively's hurt. And like we don't and I don't know. We don't know what to do. As an organization, we are lost. We are lost, and we don't. I don't understand, or I don't know where to go, or where they should do, what they should do now, because the team has played to a standard of disappointment. And when I say disappointment, I mean they playing like they hurt. The team is playing like they are truly in their feelings about this Luka trade. They're not playing inspired basketball. There's little to no energy on the court, no life on the court. There's no passion out there. It's just like kind of going through the motions. The only one that's truly like really playing with like passion and grit is probably Dante Exum. Quite simply because he's playing for a deal. But the rest of the guys, like, there's just no passion. Like Kyrie just kind of going through it. He's going, but he just kind of going through it. And we got a video of him explaining of how he feels as well. Najee just kind of going through it. Clay, kind of going through it. I know he was disappointed because he said Luka was one of the main reasons he came to Dallas, Luka and Kyrie. And so, yeah. We don't know, man. We don't know as the organization. Got word today that the organization is refunding the season ticket holders their money back. They said there has been countless of season ticket holders who have been bombarding the Mavericks front office because they do not want to be season ticket holders no more. A lot of them said they don't want anything to do with the organization no more. Sadly, but it's true, Dallas fans are walking away. And I believe this fan base had just got to a point to where I believe we was getting ready to cross over into a big market. We were starting to get celebrities to the game on a consistent basis. Celebrities were starting to make it known that they were Maverick fans. All of that has been undone. Undone with one trade. And we're trying to move forward, man, because, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. It's done. It ain't nothing that we can do about it. You know, it ain't in our control, you know. We're Maverick fans. We've been Maverick fans. I know I've been a Maverick fan since 2000. So I remember the earlier days, Dirk getting drafted. I believe Dirk got drafted in 97?
98.
98. So I remember Dirk earlier days, and I remember them, stating that he wasn't gonna make it. He was too soft. Man, why is a 7-footer shooting 3-pointers? Why is a 7-footer shooting fadeaways? And the fan base was, rally behind Dirk, man. And we rolled with Dirk through those ups and downs, man. And that's what Maverick basketball is about. Loyalty, man, toughness, and grit. And yeah, that's not, that was behind Cuban. Cuban's been loyal to his guys. And when we got Nico in, Nico is trying to get his guys in here. There's been a lot of heavy rumors that, he is actively trying to find a way to get Kevin Durant to Dallas. For those who hadn't heard, Quentin Grimes was traded today for Caleb Martin of the Philadelphia 76ers. And I liked the Grimes, not only because he was, a pretty good player, and I think he's a pretty high value role player, but he was young, So I was like, man, he can grow with the team because he's so young. But that's gone now. Caleb Martin comes in, and he can play. Don't get me wrong, I like Caleb Martin, but he's older guy. So we essentially have no future. So it's either championship or bust for this team. There is no tomorrow for the Dallas Mavericks. There is no down the road for the Dallas Mavericks. We have to win championships in this next 2 to 3 years. We have to. If not, man, all of this moving around will be for naught, man. But man, we end up dropping one to Philly, man, and I didn't too much care about the game. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I watched the game, man, but I didn't care about the game at all, man. So, what's your thoughts, John?
Man, in the word, excuse me, in the words of Kyrie Irving, man, we are grieving.
These are the words of Kyrie.
We are. The game didn't mean much tonight. And even for the players, man, you can see it, man. The heart and soul is gone. It is gone. And also with the injuries with our bigs, that didn't help.
All 3 of them hurt.
All 3 of them are hurt. Yeah, I heard AD said today that he's going to try to come back the next game against is that Boston we play Thursday?
I think so, man. So whoever we're gonna lose,
we're gonna lose. But if not, then Saturday he'll be back, according to his words. But we'll see about that. I mean, it don't matter. But man, this is this is tough, man. For to allow one guy to wreck your franchise. He literally wrecked your franchise and your future. And because he wanted to help out his best friend, because a lot of people don't know that Nico and Rob Pelinka are best friends from his Nike days. So, I think it was a buddy move. And then, like Dan said today, man, we did trade Q5, man, for what's his name?
Caleb Martin.
Caleb Martin. Yeah, like you said, Caleb Martin he's a solid player. Of course, he's older. So I don't know why we giving up youth for pretty much the same amount of production, just because you didn't want to pay the young guy. And then we had also acquired the 76ers second round pick this year, but then we turned around and gave it back to him in this trade. So everything
virtually the same player. That Caleb Martin and Q5
is the same player. Exactly. So you turn around, gave him back, and then also gave them back their second round pick. So everything he's been doing this past week has been backwards.
It's crazy.
And so, like Dan said, man, I think he's about to make a move for KD, because KD didn't play tonight, saying ankle sprain against OKC, especially when he has that record coming up. I think he's like 16 points shy of 30K for his career.
Facts.
So in the storyline, you would think he would get that record back in his roots in OKC, but with something coming down the line, he's sitting out. Also, we had what's his name? Young fella name Jaden Hardy. He sat out. He didn't get no run tonight. So I think he's going to be somewhere involved in that.
He was a healthy scratch.
PJ, he wasn't available tonight. His child was born, so he was there for the birth of his child. Congrats to him and his wife. But man,
that's tough, man. Let's pull up the video. We got a video of Kyrie Irving explaining how he feel about the Luka trade and just where he is mentally about this and how he's feeling and how he's kind of been dealing with this. And watch this video, guys. Watch this video. This is he feels a lot like.
What your thoughts on the Luka trade and just first thing, what was your reaction when you found out?
Was really shocked, and you just don't imagine that you're gonna get ready to go to sleep and then you find out news like that. So it's still a grieving process right now. Miss my hermano. We had a lot of time together. Keith too, and Maxie, and we just built some bonds that went beyond the basketball court. So if anybody can understand at home, when someone or a few group of people or a few people leave in a trade, it's going to be difficult, and that's what we're dealing with right now. But this is a business. It's way above my pay grade. I just got to adjust and be ready to welcome in my new teammates with open arms and kind of be ready to go back to Dallas too, to speak in front of our fans. I know they're feeling it too. I'm feeling it too, guys. So yeah, it's just an adjustment period, and I don't want to downplay this either or disrespect our new guys. They're going to help us win and going to help us build towards a championship. But just like everyone else at home, kind of see it from afar. It hurts.
What were you doing when you caught wind that it was going to happen?
Trying to figure out how I'm going to deal with all this and put my best foot forward as one of the leaders of the team. So this is a weird case in NBA history to be a part of, but at the same time, it's the nature of our business, and it is a ruthless business. So you just got to be ready to pick up the pieces and still run towards a championship. That's the ultimate goal on why I play. And, having other guys that are championship winners too helps. But at the same time, we still have to acknowledge that our little Slovenian president is no longer here, and we got to adjust.
A lot of talk about you and Anthony playing together for a long time. Back to Boston. What is it like to finally get the opportunity to do that, man?
Yeah, I'm excited. This is a part of my career where I don't have as many years playing. I'm not in my early 20s. So, I look towards the future quite often, and my place in it, my position in it, and how I can help other guys in the league. And getting AD, getting Max Christie definitely helps my motivation and keeps my mentality very strong. He's a great player, Anthony Davis, in terms of MVP candidate. And, I'm going to help him as much as I can, not just on the court, but off the court. So I'm just ready to open up the doors, welcome these guys the right way, and still at the same time be human and, understand my emotions are still involved in this. We just went to the finals, just had a good run, but still there's some excitement on the other end of that.
Anthony said that you guys talked in 2018 about the possibility of playing together. What's your
what
sense
a year, huh?
Yeah.
What a year, huh? 2018 for me, man. Yeah, what a year. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What's your sense of just like, what can you just say about that, like those discussions?
Then I was caught in the hallway talking to KD, and everybody was like, hey, these two are working together. And then the rumor started with AD, kind of around the same time. And we all had that vision to play together in Boston. Danny Ainge had a large responsibility in that, trying to make it happen, make sure that I stayed in Boston. But we had some young pieces, and JT and JB, and we were traded either one of them. Who knows if they won a championship? So the franchise had to do what was best for them, and I had to do what was best for me. So then it didn't necessarily make a lot of sense because the pieces and assets we had. But I think now, in our older age, as they say in our league, we get a chance to do something we envisioned a while ago when we were young kids. So it's exciting.
AD in Boston at one time.
Yeah, that has no foreshadowing either on anything, guys. Just letting you know that right now. We were discussing in 2018, just for everybody at home that's watching, because I know all these words are going to be looked at. But yeah, in 2018, it was like a dream for Kyrie, AD, KD to be on one team and still keep JT and let him grow, and then see how it goes. But back then, those young guys weren't ready to be in trade rumors, man. Our locker room splintered after that once they found out. It wasn't JB or JT, but just our locker room splintered once they started figuring out the trade rumors, and then our season kind of started going a whole different way.
What did you want to know from Nico when you talked to him about why this trade was done?
Like I said, it's just above my pay grade. This is something that was in the works without a lot of people necessarily being privy to the information and knowledge. So as a player, you can only do but so much. I reached out to Luka, made sure that he was good, made sure his family was good, and it was time to move forward. And also Keith and Maxie, I don't want to keep forgetting them. They had a huge position in our team, responsibility for us making it to the finals last year, keeping everybody sound, mind, body, spirit. So now that falls on different guys, and guys are going to have to step up, including myself, and be ready for this adjustment period, which is going to be great regardless, but at the same time, it's going to be some healthy mistakes along the way as we integrate everybody into what's going on.
The shock is probably worn off a little bit, but how is the locker room right now, and has it sunk in?
Shambles.
The team in general.
Yeah, we're putting the pieces together. And the tone is improving, just because everybody had questions, a little confusion, that's about it. We're just talking to each other, making sure we're all good, and putting the game first, and in a capacity where we can prepare, and then off the court.
Keep it real, Kyrie. Y'all discussing like, man, what the heck is going on?
Make sure we do
Yeah,
all the
you can't
things
keep it real like that,
have
man.
the qualities of the championship team. So same vision, just guys in the locker room a little bit different. We're gonna have to adjust, but we'll be fine.
You can tell in his tone the hurt that's obviously going on in the locker room. When he said we have to talk to the guys in the locker room because guys had a ton of questions. Guys felt some type of way. because they have learned to follow in behind one leader as the franchise, and now he's gone. I don't know, guys. And Kyrie is, he's trying to internalize it all because he knows, like, he's trying to imagine what it's going to be like when we go back to Dallas. Like, you've been seeing the videos of the Maverick fans. They've been riding in front of the arena. They've been doing everything, calling Nico everything but a child of God. They have been going crazy. And I can only imagine with the people that do show up for the game, what it's going to be like. I can only imagine, and it's running through Kyrie's head, like he can only imagine what that atmosphere is going to be like, the tension. And Kyrie's in a tough position because, like he said, I'm grieving because, I'm hurt. Obviously, Luka's gone. That hurt us. But I still have to try to be a leader and welcome the new guys. Right? I can't, the new guys aren't going to understand that hurt. Right? They just going to think you're blocking them out. And I think if Kyrie was younger, I think this would go really bad.
Yeah.
I think this would go really bad if it was young Kyrie.
Absolutely.
Because he would wear his feelings on his sleeve and he would have said everything probably he was thinking. And he wouldn't have not been talking to guys in the locker room. He would have not been talking to front office. Like, we know how old Kyrie was. Like, once he got pissed off by something, Kyrie, he will just block people out. Like, once the front office of the Brooklyn Nets, once they pissed Kyrie off, he just kind of blocked everybody out. And I think that's what would have happened in this situation had he not been more mature than previous years. And he's even wondering, like, how this is going to go. Because, like he said, we just came from a finals and you took away the main ingredient to get into the finals. You took away the main ingredient, and now we're trying to add in these new ingredients in hopes that we will be a championship contender. And we don't know how it's going to mesh well. We don't know, man. We just don't know. We don't know, man. Boy, I did not see this franchise going down like this. But like Kyrie said he's on the downside of his career. And once Kyrie's gone, man, what do the Mavericks do? Who would take over the franchise? And people have to also remember this. I love Kyrie. I respect AD. I respect his game. But both of these guys have never been a number one guy on a championship team. So this is also new to them as well. So that's another obstacle that we're looking at. As if, can one of these guys be a number one guy? Can one of these guys on this team, can he consistently elevate his game to a level to where he's almost dang near unstoppable on most nights? Especially once you get into the playoffs, where teams are just like, you know what, forget it. We're just going to double team you. And that's kind of what it was with Luka. like in the playoffs, like Luka will be so dominant to the point to where teams just like, we're just gonna double team you. Like Gafford and Love is just gonna have to dunk the heck out the ball. We just gonna double team you.
Facts.
Like we seen this happen on numerous occasions where teams Luka was just so dominant where teams just like, you know what? We just not gonna let you play. And it was key because this game here tonight was key. It was a close game. Dallas was up with probably maybe like 40 seconds to go. We was up 1. And it was just so telltale. On two occasions, Kyrie comes down and he runs to the corner. And the game is on the line. And he's allowing other guys to try to close this out. Other role players. And it's like, dog, you're going to have to go get the ball. Like, you're going to have to dictate what happens from here on out. Like, AD is another co-star, but he's not a guard. So, like, he's going to have to depend on somebody to most nights to get him the ball. It's like, it's not like you got Luka where you can just like, okay, let Luka handle it. Like, we no longer have that, man. So, most fans feel like Kyrie, man. It's devastating. We're grieving. We never seen this coming. Not out of a 25-year-old star.
No.
It's unheard of, of you trading a 25-year-old superstar who just made it to the finals and you trade him and he hasn't even entered his prime yet. We have never seen this. Like, I don't know if this team can even pick themselves up again.
Not at this point, bro.
Like, we don't know. And then we don't have the type of coach who likes to inspire guys. Like, that's not Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is not a motivator. Jason Kidd ain't in there. He's not pep talking nobody. He's not doing none of that. That's just not who Jason Kidd is. So picking this team up, if Kyrie can't do it, it ain't gonna get done.
Bro,
And
we got 31 games left, and we're in the 11th spot. Like you said, we're done. We're on a 3-game losing streak.
Now you can count it a 5-game losing streak. Because we're going to lose to Boston and we're going to lose to Houston.
That's fact. So we play Houston at home, I believe.
That's a back home. And that environment going to be so toxic.
Boy.
You're going to be at home, but it's probably going to feel like a freaking away game.
You can probably get tickets for about $20 at this point.
You probably can sit
good tickets.
You probably can sit on the floor, man, for $75.
Probably. Because the way they selling their tickets, these season tickets holders.
Season ticket holders is basically giving away their season tickets.
And I think it's like 21 games left roughly at home, roughly. And
they're giving away their season tickets. Like they saying like we no longer want to be season ticket holders because we're not coming to the games no more.
Like roughly, like, when it went down that Sunday, man, they was out there protesting. Literally protesting. Had signs saying fire Nico and had some other explicitives that they had with spray cans that they marked near Dirk's statue. And I seen them the next day out there trying to pressure wash it to get it up. Hopefully they didn't get it up because they do need to be fired. But man, there's one thing I can say about the Mavericks fan compared to the Cowboys fans. You pull some mess like this, and we're done. We're not going to continue. We're not going to support that.
Cowboy fans in Dallas, we consistently support mediocrity. We will consistently support it. No matter what junk they give us, we will consistently support it. They pulled a stunt like this in Dallas, and they freaking almost rioted.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we are done.
Hey, pulling up with caskets and everything. Like we're
done. Like, we was gonna go to the games, man, and things like that.
Yeah.
Like, be planning stuff, man. We was gonna plan something special for the channel, man, where we can go to the game, maybe hopefully get to a playoff game, and then come and do a show afterwards, man. But man, we ain't going to no playoffs.
Now with 31 games left, you in the 11th spot.
We're in the 11th seed, and all of our big men are hurt.
And you got
AD is hurt. AD tummy hurting. Gafford just got hurt tonight, so I imagine he's going to miss some games. Lively is out for a month with his foot. All three of your big men are out. We legitimately have nobody to play center. Like, no BS. There's nobody to play. And it happened tonight. Gafford went out at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and we literally had a 6'6" guy
playing center.
He was guarding Joel Embiid. He was 6'6".
So the most skilled big man in the game, and you got a 6'6" guard on him. Just you're out of depth. Your depth is depleted.
So you're going through this, and you just traded the team's future away. And now they have to sit and watch this crap. That's why I said, like, us in the condition that we're already in isn't helping matters. Now, maybe if AD was ready to play out the gate, then maybe you possibly could have had a chance to maybe savage some fans. But fans are just like, fans are done, man.
Facts.
They're done.
Yeah, get y'all money back, man. Get y'all money back.
I heard Dirk Nowitzki is severely hurt.
Yeah.
I heard he even shed tears. They said he broke down. He called around asking why.
I think that's like the biggest insult to injury is you didn't let nobody know. Outside of the owner, you didn't let nobody know.
I think the biggest insult to injury,
and then you double down on it.
I think the biggest insult to injury was people watching how you treated him. And he just took us to the finals.
Facts.
Like, you show no respect for him. Like, none. And he just took the team to the finals. You didn't even give him a common courtesy to even let the man know he was going to be traded before he even came out. Luka found out when the rest of us found out. When it just broke. Like, hey, bro, you traded. He like, what? I heard Luka broke down.
He cried the whole way to LA.
You can tell his eyes freaking red.
Mark Cuban didn't even know.
Mark Cuban had no clue. Chandler Parsons said he called Mark Cuban asking him what the heck. Mark Cuban was basically saying what the heck. Like, he didn't know. Like, had no clue. Of course, obviously, Dirk is calling Cuban. Obviously, Kyrie, like he said, he called Cuban. I mean, Kyrie called Luka.
Yeah.
And Kyrie stated that, like Kyrie said he's grieving behind this.
Facts.
And this shows on the court. Like there's no passion in this team. Like, this team is like literally look like they gave up on this season.
Facts.
Like there's no heart out there. There's no passion. They are playing as if they lost a loved one. That's how it looks. Like no desire. We lost tonight, a close game. Nobody was pissed.
Mm-mm.
Everybody was like, okay. I was like, oh well. Management don't care. We don't care.
Facts. No, that's facts, man. But we're in a rough spot here, man. And there's no daylight in sight.
We're not
There's no daylight.
We're not really even in a rough spot no more. We're just in a position to where we have to begin to accept the truth. Like right now, we're in a grieving space where we haven't really accepted what's going on and where we are and where we're going to be. And we're in that grieving space where it feels like, man, this can't be real. Or I can't believe this happened. But the moment we get to the place to where like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And we are who we are. And it's gonna be it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Like, then I believe that we will be able to like move forward and be like, bro, we're just not going to be a playoff team.
That's facts. Even my 6-year-old son, man, he asking, man, because I told him about the trade the other night. He's still not here. I said he's not gonna be here, son.
My son asked too. I
And
turned the game on. He talking about where Luka?
Yeah.
Where Luka at?
And
I
Luka,
said, man,
he
they
plays for
traded
somebody.
Luka. He's talking about what? For what? I said, man, that's what we all trying to figure out, man.
Yeah.
The GM has given us so many different reasons of why he traded him. He hadn't been stand up about the real reason why he traded him, man. But it is what it is, man.
Because
for all the Mavs fans out there, man, who are loyal to the players, man, I salute you guys, man. Stand 10 toes down. For all the fans out there who believe in this trade and you know, I don't rock with you. Just straight up. I'm just gonna be real. I'm just gonna be real with you.
No way you can justify this was a good trade. No way.
Bro, look at what we got in return.
What we didn't get in return.
Basically, what we didn't get in return. To justify this trade, we got an aging star who has never been a number one on a championship team. And we gave away a 25-year-old superstar who hadn't even entered his prime, who just took us to the finals. It don't make sense. This had to come from higher ups. Just don't make sense.
Yeah, nothing about this makes sense, man.
And it was sneaky. And I'm going to tell you why it don't make sense. Because it's the reason why this was done so quietly and so swiftly. Because everyone knows no trade of this type of magnitude goes to where no one knows.
Facts.
Not even the head coach knew.
That's never the case.
You mean nobody knew? Not even Cuban? He's still a 27% owner. He had no knowledge.
Yeah, man. So even if AD plays, man, on Thursday, it's still going to take at least 10 to 15 games to somewhat get
it's not even
somewhat
AD.
comfortable.
It's not even AD can come out and be great. AD can come out.
No,
he can
but
go.
I'm just-
He can go for 30 and 13. That's not the case. It's the team that you have in place. Those guys don't look like they want to hoop anymore.
No, well, the reason why I said that, just going off of what Nico said, he's saying about this championship coach and all this. You're gonna do this with 31 games left, and like I said, it's gonna take at least 10 to 15 games for him to somewhat feel comfortable. And
what I'm saying, like, he can be great. That's not the issue. The issue
I
is
understand.
The issue is your team has taken this hard, and it
It's shot.
showed. Like, that's
It's
the
shot.
issue. Like, AD can come out. AD can be great. He can look like an MVP candidate. He can come out and look amazing. But Kyrie don't look inspired. PJ ain't played since. Najee don't look inspired. Clay don't look inspired. None of the guys on the floor look like they want to hoop. They look like we out here because we just got to be out here.
It's my job.
And Kyrie even said it. In the locker room. Yeah, we having conversations because guys are still feeling some type of way about the trade. And Kyrie said, I'm trying to stay in a certain leadership mindset because, yeah, Kyrie said he's grieving, but he also has to, he has to, be able to be there for the new players as well. So Kyrie said, if Kyrie's grieving, you can imagine what the other players are, how they feeling. And what conversations is being had on those team group texts. They have a group text on the team. You can only imagine what has been said on those group texts.
Man, I will pay to see what that thread is. I will pay.
You can imagine. They said they was hurt. Najee said he was hurt because Luka texted him, "Thank you guys." And that's all. And he said, I wanted to call him and, kind of be there for him, but I know that he's going through a lot. He's trying to move. He got a lot of emotions, and I really didn't want to press the issue.
He just bought a house here.
And he just bought a $15 million house thinking that he's going to be here for the rest of his career. I don't know, man. We go from one of the teams with the brightest future to one of the teams, man, that we probably going to go down in history of one of the worst trades, or probably the worst trade of all time. And that's kind of how it's looking. We're probably going to go down as probably the worst trade of all time. Nico, it's going to probably say Nico Harrison, the man who ruined a franchise.
They're going to do a 30 for 30 on this watch.
I can guarantee you. That's probably what it's going to say. Nico Harrison,
it's going to be a
the man who single-handedly ruined the franchise in creating the worst trade of all time.
Yeah, he's going to be an exile due to this, man.
He called Rob Pelinka. Rob Pelinka thought he was joking.
He had to go meet him in LA
because they are like best friends. So he's thinking he's calling him joking. And Rob Pelinka didn't believe him and hung the phone up and basically said, man, stop playing.
Facts.
So much so to Nico had to fly to LA to try to convince this man over lunch. Like, no, I'm seriously trying to hand you Luka Doncic. And Rob said, okay. Okay.
What do you want?
Like, what do you want? I want AD.
AD.
Cool.
Okay. That's it. You can give me your first round pick in 2029. That's 4 years from now.
And Rob today in Luka Doncic's press conference says, I thank Nico Harrison for handing me Luka. LA was lost. LA didn't know what they was going to do once LeBron James retired. They kept banking on AD to take over the franchise. AD just could never take over. And they was wondering, what the heck are we going to do once LeBron goes. And then all of a sudden you wake up next morning and somebody just hands you a superstar. And say, here, we're tired of being good. Here you go.
Who does this? Outside of Nico, who does this?
That's why they said they never heard of this before. They never seen this. Even Rob Pelinka said he could not believe that you would give away a star that's 25 years old, who
He's not
hasn't
even in his
entered
prime.
Who just took you to a finals, and you would just give him away
The chicken change.
for basically nothing, for an aging star in AD, who's on the downside of his career. AD probably got a good 3 or 4 years left in him. AD's already like 33 years old.
Yeah.
In the next 3 years, he's going to be 36. He's going to be on his way out the league. And it might be sooner with his injuries.
Facts.
I didn't mean to come on here and do this, guys. I did not. I had told myself before this podcast started, I said, Daniel, do not go on this podcast. Do not go on this podcast and raise your blood pressure. Do not do this. You look at yourself and you tell yourself, hey, snap out of it. It is what it freaking is.
Yes. It
Don't
just
you
seemed like
carry
a bad
this weight.
dream, man.
Don't carry this weight. Mavs fans, man, don't y'all carry this weight, man. This stuff will make y'all sick. Grief will make y'all sick. Mavs fans, don't carry this. You didn't do this.
There's only one man that's responsible for this.
You did not do this. Do not carry this. I know that y'all are hurt behind it, but don't carry it, man. It is what it is, dog. Rock with the team, man, with what the team is, or just go find your franchise, cuz. And I'm just going to leave it just like that.
Okay. You won't be judged if you jump ship. No judgment here.
I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to try to rock with the team. But if we lose these superstars, I can tell you, let that be known.
We'll be making a move.
We'll be making a move, man.
Facts.
Kyrie contract is coming up. AD contract is coming up soon. If we lose both of these guys, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. We're gonna lose Kyrie. He got his play options this year.
His play option coming up, and Kyrie wants to win. And Kyrie, the way he felt about Luka,
he said that's his brother, man. That's his hermano.
Is very strong. He has voiced this on numerous occasions of how he felt about Luka. How often they hang out outside of basketball.
Him and their families.
Their families hang out a lot. They always over each other's house. So this is bigger than basketball. You can always see Luka hugging Kyrie's kids, hugging his wife. They were obviously, close off the floor. So, like I said, I would not be surprised if Kyrie ended up in LA. I just wouldn't be surprised.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I just wouldn't be surprised if Kyrie and Luka teamed up in LA. And the AD contract's coming up. I wouldn't be surprised he went back. I wouldn't be surprised. If Kyrie could convince him to come back and play with Luka, I wouldn't be surprised. And they become a big three in LA. I would not be surprised. And PJ Washington probably be going with him because he coming up soon too.
He too, yeah.
And Gafford.
He don't trust him.
They probably have the whole doggone Mavericks.
Yeah, like facts.
I tried, y'all, man. I tried. I did not want to come on here like this, man.
Man, we got Kessler Walker scoring 0 points tonight. That's what we shoving out there.
I can't even blame Kessler, man. I can't even blame him because we didn't get him to do this. We didn't get him to.
No, I'm not
have
saying
something on
that, but I'm just saying because he's not ready quite yet. But
I mean, I'm
that's-
just what I'm saying. Like he's supposed to be getting groomed. Like he's in there playing significant minutes.
He
Like-
they started him. He playing starter
He's
minutes.
in there. I can't blame him because he's in there guarding Joel Embiid. Like, come on, dog. I can't blame him for not scoring no points. I'm down here guarding this big old bull. Yeah, he ain't scored no points. I'm wondering how in the world I'm gonna try to keep him out the paint.
You can't. You can't.
Kessler is 6'6", and Embiid is 7 foot and like 300 pounds.
Every bit of it too.
We had no center tonight. No center.
When Gaff went out, that was a route.
We have a small forward trying to guard Joel Embiid. And some instances, Kyrie was on him.
Yeah, on the switches. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna come here. I'm not gonna do this. I'm done. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna raise my blood pressure up for this, man. I'm not gonna do this.
It's up, bro.
I'm not gonna do this.
It's up.
Don't jumpstart my blood pressure. I'm not gonna do this. I didn't go down there and take my redwood. I didn't gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. It is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
You know, I'm not finna be pissed off by this. I'm just gonna sit there, man, and I guess shoot, I'm going down with the ship, I guess. Dang.
Oh boy, this is tough, boy.
Man, we didn't talk much about the game, man, because the game was the game.
I don't think nobody cared, man.
Nobody
Everybody's
cared
still in
about the
shock.
game. The players didn't. The players didn't care, man.
They didn't care, man. They. Oh man, yeah, they.
Man, I just say this: don't be surprised, man, if it's a big move in the next couple of days. What's the last day of the trade deadline?
So the trade deadline is.
Is it Thursday?
I think it's
What is it?
Thursday.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's Thursday the 6th.
In the next day or so, man.
So you
Tomorrow-
still got.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, so
You got Wednesday and Thursday. So you still got KD out there that's been in talks. You got Jimmy Butler still in talks. Who else has kind of been in talks? Pretty much just them two, really, huh?
yeah.
Bradley Beal, here and there, but he kind of holds the key on that. So, which is more about him, to get that, to be able to negotiate that, so you don't end up somewhere you don't want to be. But it's pretty much kind of those three there, as far as big names that can still be moved. And
Well, I'm saying for his players that might be gone from the Mavericks.
oh man, at this point, anybody's up. Anybody's up. When you trade 77, anybody's up. And when I say anybody. So, man, anybody could be up from Dallas, man. Like you said, it could be PJ, man. It could be Gaff, man. It could be young fella Hardy. Man, it can literally be anybody. I do not put past anybody for Nico. I think everybody's on his list.
Yeah, Nico blocked me, man, from social media. I have been blocked. I can no longer send any more messages to Nico. To Nico.
Man, Nico better beef up his security.
I was digging into him. Let that be known. Let that be known, family. I was digging into him, man. They blocked me from his account, man. I can't send nothing else, man. So I'm gonna have to look for somebody else in the front office.
Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us tonight, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man.
For sure, man.
No, man. He better beef up security for real, man, because that man can't even go nowhere right now.
Not out in public. Because he
can't go
gonna be
nowhere.
bombarded.
You mean you better, have your wife or whatever go get y'all stuff or food or whatever. Don't even DoorDash or nothing.
Man, don't let your wife get nowhere, boy. People will look up your wife,
man,
and follow your wife back home, bro. Don't do that.
You gotta do something, bro. Or get you
rich
assistant or something.
You rich, you better hire somebody. You better hire you a chef or something, boy. You got the money.
Boy, yeah, man, we still trying to wrap our heads around this, man. This is tough, man. I just want to touch on this real quick before we wrap up, man. So it has been reported that Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan, was charged with cocaine possession, booger sugar. So he was arrested this morning down there in Orlando, man. So it's been clips of him out there. You can see him getting his lines in out in the public. Like he's wilding. He's the one out of the three that just he's wild.
I mean, it look like he got it honest, man. You ain't seen Michael Jordan eyes?
That's some drinking, man.
I ain't never seen a grown man with jaundice. MJ got jaundice, man. His man eyes yellow. I ain't never seen a grown man eyes that yellow. You turn all the lights off. You think you be looking at a lion, boy. The way that boy eyes is.
You're like, man, what are these two lightning bugs up here, man?
That man eyes yellow, man. That man, he get it honest.
I mean, he's wild. He's wild, and he's the same one that was dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. And they was close to even getting married, man. They got engaged at one point.
Yeah, I heard Jordan had to put a stop to that.
Yeah, put a stop to that. Like, bro, come on now.
I'm gonna write you out the wheel, and you do that crap. I'm gonna write you out the wheel because she ain't getting it.
Because she sure was trying to get her way in there.
And I think that's what pissed Scottie Pippen off. Why Scottie Pippen went on a tour.
Yeah,
and why he's going on
still
a tour
on it.
Turned down MJ, and he just included Bron in there. I don't know why he put Bron in there.
What do you say about Bron?
I don't think Bron. He's turned down Bron too, or whatever. And I'm like, when did Bron come into this factor? Like, you ain't never played with Bron. Y'all in two different eras.
You never played against him. No,
like,
that. So
how did he get involved into your shenanigans with Jordan? Like,
can't get mad because the one you decide to marry and have kids with, and got your 401k.
Boy, she got that man and everything. She took Scottie Pippen pension. Everything, boy.
Everything she can get, she gonna take them back and gonna get some of it. What happened when you don't sign no prenup?
Boy, she got everything, and she's spending it all on Future.
Back and forth.
Got to be more careful, man.
Got to be more careful.
got to see it through, my boy. Got to see it through. Man, you got to be careful out here in these streets, man. It's crazy out here in these streets.
It is, man.
You got Marcus Jordan out here doing cocaine. I didn't mean to say that, YouTube. He out here doing booger sugar.
And he had it in his pocket.
He's taking it out his pocket, shoving it in his hand like it's Luka's or M&M's, and just doing this out in the public in the open, and then look surprised when somebody call the police.
So they pulled him over. He smelled like alcohol. Noticed his slurred speech and confusion. Then they found a bag in his pants of what tested positive to be the booger sugar.
Man, can you imagine they turn this man pants inside out and all this sugar start falling out?
Oh! You know you just dropped the 8 ball right there, sir. Put your hands behind your back. So he's that one kid that just out there.
Man,
34 years old, just out there.
you know, that's what happens, man, when you're a kid and you ain't got no responsibilities.
You know, see, everything was handed to you.
You know, you living off daddy. You know, that's what happened. You know, you go out here and you live reckless. Everybody else got to wake up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You like, man, I get up when I get up.
Get up. I do what I want to do.
It's crazy, man.
I don't want for nothing.
But man, guys, man, y'all hang on in there, man. Y'all hold on, cuz. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. We're not gonna give up yet. We're not gonna give up yet, man. Y'all hang on in there, man. We praying that joy gonna come in the morning. Now we don't know when morning coming. Because we don't see no light at the end of the tunnel.
Mm-mm.
So we don't know when that's coming.
Mm-mm.
But you hang on in there just for a little while longer. Don't quit on us, man. Don't quit, man. Hang on in there with us, man. We're trying to keep it real with y'all, man. We wearing our emotions on our sleeves, man. We all definitely devastated by the news, man.
Facts.
But man, like I said, man, it is what it is, man. We're gonna continue to watch the Mavericks, and man, and hope for the best, man. It is what it is, man. But we hope y'all, man, continue to watch us, man. Continue to support us, man. Remember, man. Man, support us on all media platforms, man, and let that be known. Man, continue to rock with us, man. We're going to continue to get on here, man. Continue to bring you the news. And, man, we love y'all, man. Peace out.